Welcome to another legendary conversation at ACAF. I got Oschino with me. We got a special guest today. My guy, Trendsetta Shady.
What's up, Fresh?
Peace, man. How you doing, man?
What's up, Ronnie? What's up, Sean?
So before we get into it, I just want to tell you, like, I first got to see your music when you dropped Running in Rainy Days, man.
Yeah.
And I play them joints all the time. Like,
I appreciate it.
I'm honored to meet you, and it's like your music. Every time I like that you start and stop because it makes people like really appreciate you more because your music is like hit the soul. Like you like it's not street music, but with like a certain class to it, a certain level to it. You know what I mean? Like,
I appreciate it. It take time because it's real content. So if I was constantly releasing content, coming up with all these deep scenarios, I think it take like 4 or 5 years to curate a project. A project that I would do. Like if I was just generating music, that would just be solely for you guys. But something that, that's for myself to release my music, to get my creative edge off, to get it off my back. You get what I'm saying? It takes about 4 to 5 years to release projects. And that's why the projects that you get from me, I would feel like that's why they so heartfelt, because I have never been in the business of releasing music for the fans.
It's for your own soul. It's your thing.
Yeah, that's why I don't do shows. That's why I never show up in the clubs. I've never did a show, not one time.
You're lying.
Yeah, when? I don't really do features. I've never been paid for a feature. I've never charged nobody for a feature.
Why is that? Now that's heavy right there. Where you never did a show. Like,
I don't even come out like this. I promise you this.
So you don't want to be like Made America Festival. Like it's not one of your goals to be on big fat.
You don't want to make money from music, off your music?
I ain't say I don't want to make money from music. I ain't say I don't want to be on stage. I don't have a desire to be at Made in America or anything. I don't really have it. I really connect with, the people that really connect with me and whatnot. And if, somehow Made in America is a part of that process, okay, cool. Then I'll go through that step to get to where I need to go for sure, with humility. But I don't have the desire. I don't have a desire for that.
And that's funny. I hear you say that because one thing I respect about you is the fact that you travel. Yeah. Is the fact that you're not a Philly person that never left the city. Like you lived. I heard you in your songs about LA. You know what I mean?
Right.
Since you live, so it's like that's different. That you wouldn't want that type of exposure. You're really like.
I do get the exposure though. You gotta figure. I was like one of the first people to ever go live on YouTube. So like before me going live on YouTube, that wasn't a thing. You get what I'm saying? I'm going YouTube live, building a podcast channel up, a renegade podcast channel on my own, the Shady Show, doing 2 million views, building my own YouTube page up. I've never had when I released Running, I wasn't a part of OBH anymore. Well, I was, but we was like, it wasn't public that I wasn't a part of OBH. Privately, I wasn't a part of OBH no more. So that's why on rainy days you still hear me shout OBH out, because publicly I was carrying it. Nobody was saying anything, so me neither. When I dropped my Running video, when I dropped Rainy Days, if you listen to those records, you'll really realize I never had a campaign behind me. I never had the major artists in the city support my music from the beginning. So irregardless of whatever problems a person may have with me now, they may nickname it, but from the beginning, I've never been supported in Philadelphia from the artists, only the fans. So this is why my connection with my music and my supporters and my fans, this is why it turns to like a core following, because it's like I understand that they are the people I'm communicating with, and they the people that's communicating with me back. Like the artists in our city don't really try to show me no love like that.
We need a TLA, a Trendsetta Shady. That joint going pop. I seen a TLA on my page, like he gonna TLA or the Fillmore. I'm buying that ticket. Yeah,
but I'm building an ecosystem behind everything I got going on. So like it take a little bit more time because I'm doing it by myself. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm 37 years old. I'm not rushing myself thinking I'm old, X, Y, and Z. I'm not even worrying about that, because the music that I make is the music that I make. I never make music to fit within the time, like within time constraints, to put a stamp on it. Oh, it gotta sound like this, it gotta sound like that. No, I could play you a record from 3 years ago and I could play you a record from 3 days ago. It's not necessarily saying they're gonna sound the same, but I'm saying you wouldn't know when I made the record.
Exactly.
Hey,
I agree with that.
Yeah, time.
You get what I'm saying? So like,
time is music.
If I'm talking about my dad, that's going to be relevant today, just as much as it was relevant 5 years ago, just as much as it will be relevant 5 years from now. If I'm talking about my son, it's going to be relevant today, yesterday, and tomorrow, whether I live or die. If I die, it's going to become more relevant. It's going to be a reference point for how I felt about that situation. But how relevant would In the Bottles Club song become? How relevant does, like, you take Static Shock with Lil Wayne and them, Lollipop? In this day and age, even though it shaped a whole different genre of music, he's gone. How relevant is that song in our lives? Like, how much does that actually play a part in our day-to-day lives that we acknowledge?
Yeah, I'm not going to type in Lollipop and listen to that joint today. I'm going to type it in.
Right.
Yeah, I don't got no care for that type of music.
Exactly. So it's temporal. And it's like, I know that even though at one time I had desire to have that type of success, like had that type of trajectory with my career. Like I wanted that upward, I wanted to go up like that, but at the same time, like when I make that type of music, I don't feel good.
Yeah, I watched when you said in an interview that like you didn't like the fact that you had to come back to doing music to defend your name. I think that was heavy. It's like it took the creativity out of the art of what you do.
It take the fun out of it because it's like this. To each his own, like honestly. But I feel as though, and it's not to cry the woe, play the 50, nothing like that. It's just I'm just keeping it real. I feel as though for me to have accomplished everything that I have accomplished, the clothing store, the hot dog cart, my rap career, going to school, becoming a medical assistant, working my way from a dishwasher all the way up to a prep cook, leaving there, like I said, going to get my own.
You see in that tea now?
Yeah, having my own podcast, having my own clothing lines, having a record label and artists under me traveling on the road. You get what I'm saying?
What name is that artist? I'm sorry.
Dub, the Best Kept Secret. Rest in peace to Brucey the rapper. Davisha, Chris, Loco 1K from East Atlanta. YBM Dot from Maryland DMV area. He was the first risk taker. A lot. Yeah, when you gotta do. Yeah, we was on the road. We was in the air. We was everywhere. Yeah, everybody. You know, they sweep the run under the rug. But if you really pay attention to it, like I wasn't taking nobody to Atlanta or Miami for big homie team weekend or no sleep, no shout out to no sleep, shout out to sleep, shout out to the big homie. But I wasn't interested in that. My interest was somewhere else. So I wasn't in Miami or Atlanta. Yeah. I wasn't down there. Even though I would go down there, but it wasn't for that. I'm going to California. My interests were in California. The lifestyle was more attractive for me. The water, it just was the way you could maneuver and move around, do what you need to do. You get what I'm saying? It was more attractive for me on the West Coast, and I felt more in alignment with myself on that coast. So whatever's going on over there, energy-wise, that's where I feel as though I'm at my best at.
And your mind is beautiful, and I don't know you from a childhood, nothing, but I would say it is probably because you well traveled and your connections is further that you were there to spend. Could you seen more? I
think because I read so many books.
Oh, you're a reader.
Yeah, I think that because I read. I don't know if y'all pick up the same habit, bro. Probably like 3 chapters in, I don't even know who wrote the book, what the name of the book is. I'm reading and I'm retaining the stuff that's in the book. I'm there. Like that's how I did a lot of time when I was young. So any book I pick up, I've been everything. I've been a Navy SEAL, I've been a deep sea diver, I've been a helicopter pilot, I've been everything. You get what I'm saying? Anything I pick up, that's where my head at. You get what I'm saying? What book you want? I want the biggest book. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, from different, you can go from here, you can come all the way from over here, from them writing stories about farm ladies over here, they making peach cobbler to mend their wounds and all that, and come all the way over here to this guy sliding across the country sniping somebody. Like it don't, that's on the fiction side of things. Then when you look at the non-fiction side of things, when you look at, like I had got real into and like the history of like things, like the stories of the people that's like shaped today's culture, like the prophets, the messengers, and other historical figures throughout life, like regimes, dynasties, like things like that. Like we talking about the slave dynasties in Spain, like the Ottoman, and like it's a lot. So it's like all those things start playing a part in my readings. Like, all right, I'm getting volumes, and it's okay. I got volumes of history, but 6 volumes of
this in prison or outside?
Both.
Okay.
Both. I had a bookstore. It was called Halal Beginners. Yeah. So it was, for me, man, reading is how I really got a chance to understand life for real, outside of what was given to me from my family, because I did majority of my time in jail in life. Even now, and I'm almost edging past that low percentage. Like I'm almost leveling back out to where I'm 50-50. I've been in jail 50% of my life, been home 50% of my life.
37,
so I was locked up from 11 to 13, from 13 to 16. I came home, I was 16 for a couple months, went back to jail. From 17 to 24, came home for 2 years, went back from 26 to 28, and came home, and then I've been home since I was 28.
So what did you learn throughout your whole jail experience? What did that teach you?
Oh, every time it's a new semester, baby. It depends on what year. I ain't gonna lie to you, because jail is what you make it. It could be a playground for fools. It could be a smart man's school. Every time I landed back at jail, I knew I was back in school. I knew I fucked up. I wasn't ready for it. Whatever this is going on out here, I wasn't ready for it. I knew I messed up. I thought I had it down pat, and then pressure hit me, and then I did something to put myself back into a submissive position. You know what I mean? So that's how that went.
One of your words you said, I went to school in college, I ain't go to how you
I said I went to school in I went to school in prison, never graduated college.
Yeah, rainy days and all that.
I said that also in like, if you listen to like Ghetto, it's on Soul of Legends, like it's like an autobiography. It tell you where I was born at, what hospital I was born in, and whatnot. Who my mom, my dad, how they were with the upbringing with them, how it was for me. You know how I came about, how I hit the West Coast. That whole song right there. But it's like for me, I was fortunate enough to land around individuals, Free Qasim, Free Chip. I was fortunate, freedom guys up Monohoy that raised me from the west to the east to the south to the north, the whole city, for real, because I was a kid. And every jail I would landed in, bro, I landed in a favorable position, for real. I never landed in the jail where as though I was like ready to be hurt or anything like that. Everybody was always somebody there that, had good relationships with me, or I did something good for somebody in their situation. Even if I had an op there, I had somebody there that was going to give me a banger. You get what I'm saying? I might have an op there, but just somebody else there. I got Allah there too. And they waiting on me. They knew I was getting there before I got there. You know what I mean? So jail really tightened me up. Jail preserved me.
If you could have your own book title, what would the title of your book been? Because I'm saying you have a lot.
I don't know.
Heart of a Lion?
Nah, I already did that, man. I've been playing around with this title for a long time, Soul of a Lion, because I got Soul of a Legend and Heart of a Lion.
I like Soul of a Legend.
I got 4 projects. I got Heart of a Lion 1, Heart of a Lion 2, Soul of a Legend 1, Soul of a Legend 2. My last 3 projects was all concentrated projects with producers, J-Nat, Money Montage, and J-Nat again, pretty much. A to the. So
J-Nat from South Philly?
Yeah.
That's my guy. Yeah, shout out J-Nat, man.
Yeah, J-Nat. J-Nat produced Soul of a Legend too.
For real?
Yeah,
okay.
the whole album.
I wanted to ask you about 16th and York. How was it growing up in that neighborhood?
Oh yeah.
And also the gentrification going on, like Temple buying up the whole neighborhood.
So for me, like I'm from 15th and York. I'm also from Sydenham and Susquehanna. I'm from that whole area right there because my mom and dad from 2 different hundreds. So it's like your dad being from this 152nd Street, your mom being from the next 100 up. So that whole block becomes yours, right? And that whole like circumference, like that becomes yours. So growing up in my neighborhood, in my early years, it was like New Jack City. Like, you know,
I can see that too.
Yeah, that's what it really was like. Like, you walk past alleys or lots, it'd be old heads out there. They got the barrel. They got the barrels on fire. They out there drinking 40s, playing old school songs. This song's dedicated. You know, you remember how I used to go. You know what I mean? Somebody that got killed, but you a kid. You don't understand what's going on. That's how they expressing their pain back then. You feel me? I can remember back then always in my neighborhood looking on the ground, caps, different color caps and whatnot. But for me, my neighborhood was like a playground, the whole neighborhood. Cause we could play manhunt, freeze tag, hide and go seek, catch a girl, get a girl.
Good thing.
Ding dong Dixie, mat tag where you can't touch nothing rough. You gotta jump from smooth surface to smooth surface. Get what I'm saying? Yeah. Chick the wolf. You get what I'm saying? Manhunt. Fuck man. Then we go to war with different like York Street. York Street wasn't teaming up. We had enough. With York Street, go to war with eggs, with water balloons. Remember the water balloons?
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, so York Street go to war with Dolphin Street or Cumberland Street or Lehigh, Huntington Street, Cumberland Street might come together. And then Dolphin Street, Susquehanna, and Diamond Street might come together. York Street be stuck in the middle. You get what I'm saying? Like we stuck in like, shit, man. They coming down here. We got the egg. There, man. Yeah, because we start getting peaches. Like fuck, man, they coming down. There's too many of them. We gotta get peaches, like the little peaches off the tree.
Off the tree. Y'all wasn't playing.
Yeah, we got to play. Y'all got back up off. Y'all coming from all. Hey, we got 6 blocks, so coming against York Street. I know we love y'all, but damn, it's 6 of y'all, man. 6 sets. You know, but York Street was cool though, man. Like I ain't gonna lie, I grew up. I'm from York Street. I also grew up on Cumberland Street, on Colorado, on Cumberland. So for me, like being able to go all up and down on my neighborhood, that is one thing. And I grew up on 49th and Styles too. So like
that's the bottom, right?
Yeah. Right behind KFC, where KFC used to be at. It used to be me, my homies, Boo, Nafis, Bub, rest in peace to Bub, Pierre, all of us. Man, 55th and Pine knew my face.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was a little bit. I put that stealing car stuff out here.
National Shady, man. No more Trendsetta Shady.
Yeah, I spent a few summers out on Style Street, and I forever got love for Board 9 Feast. Bub gone, so it's different now, probably. But just thinking back to that time we mob deep, forever in my mind, you can't remind me. West Philly Crime Street, we taking Johnnies. Anything with a glow ring or Bonnies. And we ain't never nothing else, man. We honest. This is high fashion, shorty, not designer. I'm underground, but they hear me like Verizon. Whole car smell like Zaza. I'm vibing. They don't really want me outside. I'm violent. I learned to say to myself, I need it quiet. You can't be the ruler letting people line you. And I want to take my kids to Punta Cana way before a group of niggas, man. You wildin', you know? Yeah, that's my homie, you know what I mean? Shout out to West Philly.
Damn, risk takers. Thanks.
Yeah, but the last part, the gentrification part.
Oh, the gentrification.
What you think about that? Because now white people run that joint. Like it's changing.
I feel like I feel good about it, honestly, because even though, because look, it's a long game. Everybody go, everybody come back. Before we came somewhere, somebody else was somewhere. You feel what I'm saying? So look, they come in, they fix it all up. We still stick around because they ain't got enough money to wipe us all out because they don't got the interest there. There's no resources there for them to put that much money there. So now because of their own greed, they come build us an infrastructure to run off. For the people that can stick around and wait it out and stay up and keep it up with turns, when these people leave and go somewhere else because they got interest other places, they're going to be able to buy the infrastructure for cheap, and then they're going to be able to turn it back around. And it's a cycle, 20, 30, 40, 50, maybe even 100 years, but it got to take place because somebody going to be here 100 years from now if the trumpet don't get blown. That's what it is.
I never look at it like that.
Love your mind. Never heard that one.
Like that.
Woo! Put it together. What's there? We don't got no oil. We don't got no diamonds unless they start kidnapping and taking us our melanin. What's there? What's there on York Street? What's there?
Guy recommended me a book. Yeah, he's a reader.
They put all their money in there for nothing.
What about family?
It's gonna go
what
back
about
to us.
families and community and things like that?
I mean,
what about that being torn apart and people.
I mean, at the end of the day, the moral fabric of family wasn't torn apart because of gentrification. The moral fabric of the family was torn apart because of the transatlantic slave trade and everything after that. You know what I mean? It don't start with gentrification. That's just a fruit. But the root is the absence of history and the absence of presence of knowledge of a person knowing themselves. I don't know where I'm from.
Oh shit. You got it.
I don't know where I'm from. I don't know where I come from in Africa. I would like to know that. I mean, I would like to know that. I really would. I get jiggy with this shit.
African American isn't a landmass.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? It's not representing the United Nations Council. It's not. You can't go nowhere else and be African American. You're African somewhere from the continent of Africa, or you're American somewhere from from that continent. There's no embassy nowhere that's going to represent you as an African American if you get kidnapped on some international soil.
This is a fact.
It don't exist. It's a figment of imagination. Nobody ratified that on the books. No black president. I don't care. Nobody ever went in and fixed everything that will ratify the situation and make America recognize African Americans as people, as humans.
Yes, this is truth.
That all have been stolen from us.
So it's like, I would love to, hell yeah, I would love. I'm gonna get my chance to sit. Every time I think I'm gonna sit down and do the little DNA, because I ain't scared to get my DNA up. I ain't do nothing. So every time I'm think about getting my DNA up, I get sidetracked. But I want to do the Ancestry.com for a rap.
You think it'd be real though? Because some people say I don't think it's real. It's just like
I know my family if I see him.
Right.
I know my family. If you don't know your family, if you go over there, you will know what's up, bro. Come on, bro. Like you won't know what's up. I ain't saying you gotta look exactly like me, but I gotta see. Look, man.
Because they saying they're doing it to take people bread, like take your money, and saying this you really get heritage, but.
I mean, it could be. Listen, see, the whole thing is this. You seen the oatmeal and you seen the lady in the red dress. The only reason you in conflict is because you ain't letting go of one or the other. If you let go of the lady with the red dress, the oatmeal is your fate. If you let go of the oatmeal, you chase the lady with the red dress, right?
Okay. What
I'm saying is, whatever lies they pumping, you gotta choose if you gonna trust them or you not. Gotcha. So you either gotta eat the oatmeal or you gotta chase the lady with the red dress. But if you do both, you ain't Neo.
You're a good person to look up to. I was looking at your video.
I appreciate it, man. Lord make me better than what you think of me. I mean.
Peace. In your video, Ronnie had like a lot of youngers in your video. I liked that, right? Mm-hmm. Then I'm sitting down, me hearing you speak. So I want you to speak on about what you would tell the Philly youth as far as how they could make the city better and about like moving around the country.
All they got to do to make the city better is to value life. All they got to do is just care. That's all they got to do. It don't require no money. It don't require nobody to march. It don't require nobody to even have to talk to each other. All you gotta do is care about somebody else's life. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do is care about your quality of life. Know that you want the best for yourself and you don't want to diminish nobody else's life. That sound corny to some people. That sound weird. But what sound weird to me is you think you a killer, but when it's time for you to go to jail, you gonna go to jail, cry on the phone, to your homies out here in the street, for a lawyer that's gonna come up there, for a judge that's gonna sit 10 feet away from you, that's gonna call the fate of your life that you won't dare do shit to. You crazy. I ain't stopped being in the street because somebody took me out the street. I just realized what was going on and I don't care what nobody think about my moves. I've been told him years ago, Dub, this is what it is. It's people like him that understand me because he's seen a transition. He's seen me be ahead of the curve, get slaughtered for it, and then at the same time, because people will say things 1,000 times, and then when they gotta correct themselves, they'll correct themselves one time. He's seen me go through that. The damage is done in this world. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The only thing I tell these kids out here is just care. Just care. Care about your mother. Care about your dad that gotta bury you. Care about your sister that don't even really know you. You only been here for 18 years, kid. Fuck is you a driller? You a driller? You been here for 18 years. Somebody got you on missions? Remember South Central? They even got your son. The movies used to tell us to go against that. Now the movies got 20. They got old heads standing there, big dumb low glasses on. They got them standing there. 50 young drillers behind them. Our gangster movies used to tell us to go against that. Our gangster music used to tell us to go against that. Now as the music is propagating, go. Send the youngest. I send my youngest. I send some crash dummies through. Lil Durk even said, I'm sending crash dummies through. What? That don't hurt your heart? That a joker could just tell you that? You so pressed the road, that's how you gonna do? You gonna ride in the boot of the car, huh?
I said Trendsetta, Shady for president, man. Let's get into the risk takers now. Let's go.
Ain't no doubt, man.
So we got Dub, the best kept secret, the last risk taker, come add on with us. I need to know more about the risk takers, man. So we had to get you up here. How you doing, Dub?
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate y'all having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anytime Big Bro in the city, I just slide, just pull up. Anything that he got going on, I'm just
I
supportive.
don't even care if it's for me to get something to eat. I might come down here and stop at a spot. Dub, I'm going such and such to get something to eat. He pull up.
How y'all two meet each other? How y'all meet?
Man, I was doing I was one of the first rappers to go Instagram Live. And I was doing like interviews for like battle rappers and just like a lot of talent in the city, you feel me? So I was just knocking down the names, putting them on the list. I seen Shady name, reach out to him, like, all right, cool. We'll get the interview done. And I think like it was a Monday. By Tuesday, it was like, yo, you feel like going out LA? I was working and everything, home health aid, everything. I was like, oh, I ain't missing this opportunity. Wow. Go right out there, you feel me?
Risk taker.
Yeah.
I took a risk. That was
a test. That was a test.
Yeah, that was like 2000.
What's up, man? You want to do some business?
17, 2017.
Did you know Brucey the rapper? You know?
Not very well, but you know, anybody that's like folks a Big Bro and he hold dearly to his heart. No, I got love for him. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
I met him one time when I was down north. We was in the store. I said, "Oh, Shady." We shook hands, talked a little bit, kept it moving. You feel me?
Yeah, that was the whole. See, it was different. It was different eras.
Oh, I got you.
Like it wasn't just one big group. It was like the risk taker thing. It was different eras. You had A-Rock. You had man, who? Want me to run them down? All right, let me run them down. You got YBM Dot. You got Devisha. You got.
Can you say where they from too?
YBM Dot from DMV.
Okay.
Devisha from Harrisburg.
Harrisburg.
Loco 1K from East Atlanta. That's my cousin. Dub, the best kept secret, Southwest. A-Rock, North Philly. Brucey the rapper, North Philly. Ringtone, North Philly was our engineer. Benji with the films, Nice Town. Freddie from Philly, from West Philly. Fred from West Philly.
That's 9.
It was more, like it's more though. It was like more component. Like it was way more than that. Like Josh said, we had basketball players. I had.
He's really the last one from the 9.
Yeah, Dub was the last risk taker. He was the last person to come on.
Wow.
Dub was the last risk taker. Yeah.
That's heavy.
Yeah, and I had Josh said, little bro was running with the risk takers. He was doing his thing. He was playing basketball. My goal wasn't for them to be rap stars. My goal was for them to have a place. My goal was for them to have a place to be safe to do whatever it was they needed to do to be productive. That was always what my thing was. But you can ask.
So Dub, so Trendsetta Shady is the rapper, the CEO of who he is. Boom. Then he started Risk Takers, and then became the last member. So tell me, like you were saying, LA. So tell me more about that LA, and then like the moving around part. I'm trying to understand that part.
All right, so go out LA, meet up with Big Bro. At the time, it's like when I came aboard, a lot of people wasn't next to him. And I could tell he wasn't accepting of having everybody next to him. You gotta think that's when he was beefing with, and then the whole city, the city turned on him. So eventually, whatever he had going on, they started firing my way. And now I'm on the radar, and he ain't never want that for me. So when I was out LA, I started seeing people from that side over there. So I automatically, where I'm from, I'm like, oh, my guard up. I don't even want to shake these dudes' hands. You feel me? But big bro, like, no, trust me, bro. Like, they see what I see. They see my vision. They on my side. I know he not gonna have anybody around him that he don't trust. You feel me? Even from as soon as we check into the hotel, I'm like, I'm young at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to go out Hollywood. But he know his body. He like, yo, if I get seen, anything can go left out here, and I'm not gonna put you in that predicament. Here goes some bread. Go down Hollywood. Get a taxi. Get an Uber. Go out there. No, go with. Nah, you go out there, have fun all day. You in the hotel still. Boom, we start putting things together like with the podcast. So we just frequently moving around. First time at the Beverly Center with Shady. We going in there. It's only white people shopping.
You see Wale in there, right? I read down on Wale.
We the only ones.
Hey, Wale.
Everybody else around us, white people, the only black ones in there, blowing the bag. As soon as we go out, we meet a plug. We get into a car of a damn little bro. You didn't even know that's one of the. It was one of them times. Like, I mean, it was like, what a time to be alive.
I'm about to say anything flowing.
2017?
This is 2017. Any store we walked in, like anything that I implement in my life now with my little brothers, he taught me. Like, we go into a store, it ain't him being selfish, just grabbing, little bro, get whatever you want.
Yeah, I like this guy.
You don't meet nobody, like, you don't get a chance to really meet people.
I had
like
good
that.
big brothers. I ain't gonna lie, from my real biological brother too. You know, and I always tell him that. Like, I ain't laying around no crumbs.
I ain't saying it was all peaches and creams. Like, we had a ups and downs, but yo, bro, even from Will in the car, you drive too slow. Move back, pull over.
Yeah, the jungle.
We was all over the country.
Yeah.
I want someone that to tell me, like, y'all travel, are you rapping? Yeah, what's going on?
So I'm sticking at this time in my life. I'm sticking on pushing everybody else forward. I'm giving everybody else the ball. But he presented the opportunity to give me the ball. Like, I'm running my podcast, and he like, yo, do you want to rap or do you want to do the podcast?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? At the time, I was like indecisive. I was like, yo, this is my life. I rap. But this podcast, he's seen something in it. So I'm like, yo, let's just start formatting. We pull the board up. We go from LA. We go to Baltimore. Go back out LA. We in York. We just everywhere on the road. You feel me?
Doing the podcast.
Doing the pod.
Man, we living, man.
We living. I ain't gonna lie. We living, but at the same time, we just trying to structure and format everything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
we on the road.
But it was, like I said, it was at a dangerous time, whereas though, he could even tell you, in a sense, I learned so much, but I felt like I shouldn't have been around at that time. But I needed to be around at that time.
It was too fast.
Yeah.
It was too, like, they came and dubbed DM. I'll let you tell it.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, like, that's the first time I ever seen, like 50, 60 bands. When he falling out the pot, oh, big bro, the little bro, pick that up. when we had our fallout, you get what I'm saying? A Mexican guy from LA, he like, yo, I got 100 bands for you. I need your big bro though. Like, give up his. We not even the best of friends. We ain't cool, no brother, none of that at the time.
You feel location?
Yeah.
Yo, I just need to add you 100. But listen,
I was asleep. I was in the bed asleep.
But listen to what I'm trying to tell you, bro. It ain't that many people that are just rejected. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, my big brother, my brothers is my brothers. That's what I was taught.
Principles.
Yeah, I'm like,
What was the price on your head?
I mean, when he came and woke me up, you know what I told him? Man, drop that fucking location. We got another one, baby. We got another one. Get that location. Drop that location. What are he talking about? What team he gonna get that money up? But, I mean, things happen.
This is incredible.
Drop that location, man. He talking about, I woke up out my seat. He said, "Big bro."
But look at this
talking
though.
about he got 100,000.
Check this out. LA Temptation. I've been to LA a few times. Like the to. He said no. Like that's you thorough. Like the whole jail joint. He was like, yo, I mean, I locked up, but I knew that I was responsible for what I did. This is school for me. That mentality was good for you even outside. Okay, I'm in LA. I can go do this, but I'm not. You can go do your thing. But I'm gonna stay here. Yo, that's a leader. That's a boss. That's a king, man. Like, and that's why you're still standing.
Yo, I still didn't want him to leave. I'm gonna be 100% with you, man. I did not want him to leave out that door. But I had an understanding that he didn't understand how deep my life was. he didn't understand how deep it was at all. Like, bro, just deep, bro. I got prayer problems. Like, you gotta chill. So I took the risk. I said, look, at the end of the day, you can't live a life when you don't trust nobody. So I trusted him. Go ahead, bust a move. He went out, he went down, he got to see the Hollywood stars. He got to do the things he innocently wanted to do. Because in his head, it was, bro, I'm not worried about them. And I don't got nothing to do with that.
Right, he see Southwest having a part of that situation.
Right, exactly. So he went out, he did what he did. But I was just letting him know, like, for me, bro, I'm somebody anywhere I go, even if nobody don't know me. So I know that I could walk in the room and it's more than likely somebody gonna recognize me before I recognize them. Because of that, I don't walk in too many rooms if I don't got a reason to walk in the room.
And do you still gotta move like that now, do you think?
Yeah, hell yeah, I move like that. I move like that in my job. Fuck, I'm always in the front of the job for if I ain't got no reason to be in the front of the job. I'm only in the part of the job I got a reason to be at.
I had to ask you this question, and like, I'm gonna get back to you, like, it's burning. I had to ask you, you gotta tell you real transparent. So like, with you and ARA, with him being locked up, how do you feel now? Like,
I don't feel nothing. I don't got nothing to do with it. So I don't feel, like, people think I got energy towards that situation. They was done wrong, I was done wrong as far as speech. But when we start talking about the facts of the matter and things like that, I'm gonna just break this down calmly. I was judged by a set of rules and criteria that nobody else in the city allowed to be judged by. They made statements out their mouth verbally. Hey, we got the paperwork. Shady did this. Shady testified. Shady's the witness. Shady's X, Y, and Z. He's a surprise witness. That man went to trial. He had a public trial that was covered in detail from all media sources that relate to what we got going on. Not one time the paperwork about Shady was introduced. Not one time from things going on with him and I was that introduced. And some, you get what I'm saying?
No, thanks. No,
he went to trial. I was living in another state. When you go to trial in the feds, if somebody a witness against you, they have, even if they're not in the courtroom, they have to be present. Because if they get called, they got to be there. That man was at trial and I was at work in another state. You gotta be present and readily available for cross-examination. You get what I'm saying? So that stuff that I went through with OBH, it really, really, really was something I went through before, over and over again. It's a popularity thing. Once the big fish say something, then everybody mimic, everybody repeat it. I went through that with Chris. When they said I was crazy, everybody dismissed my intellect as crazy. So no matter if I had validity or any feelings or anything like that, I've been getting dismissed with my thoughts since I was a child.
They're gonna know that this interview you're not crazy, but I want to say this. It's like, I understand your love-hate relationship with the city, because the city that you put in your bag, I watched an interview about how you put no foot in your bag, especially your area, how you was front line in blocks that you wasn't even from.
Yeah.
I mean, to get that label to get a label as accusation, it was no proof. Like, they did that off accusation. I'll be crazy too. Like, damn, it's all accusations, and they take one accusation because he's more popular, and then I'm done
I'm telling you, bro. I promise you, bro. When I say love and hate, it's the same thing. The only difference between it is the agreement that somebody could do something or somebody can't. If you hate me, that means you love me. You just not getting your way. I'm telling you, if you hate me, for sure you could get and I give you your way, you gonna love me. If you hate me and I find out why you hate me, and I solve that issue before you can get to me, I bet you I could turn your hate to love, bro. I don't got those type of feelings for people. I don't have, because it's nothing that he's done to me that he could come and say, you know what, I'm gonna change the situation. So if I know that is a fact, then why hold on to the energy of hate? So I don't have that. I don't have no feelings. Like, I don't have nothing to do with him. I got a lot of other people. I gotta say, free my brother, free my cousins. I got a cousin, free Freak.
I was saying hate the city, as far as not embracing you when you needed to, after all the love you was putting in.
No, but the world did though.
Talk about that.
Yeah, I got friends around the world, man. I have international conversations, man. I have friends around the world. I got friends in Liberia. I got friends in Ghana. I got friends in London. I got friends in Cambodia. I got friends in Jamaica. I got friends, man. I got friends, bro. I got friends. I got black friends, white friends, all types of friends. I got friends, bro. Like, so, like, it's not about who didn't, it's about who did. You know what I mean? I got friends, bro.
That's why they made it. Why did academics get the name Trendsetter? I see why, but why?
Because I had my clothing store. It was called Trendsetters Clothing. So I'm just a new buck to the Instagram thing. I put Trendsetters _ my name is Shady. So when things went viral, he said Trendsetter Shady. Yeah, so that's where that came from, and I just ran with it because the algorithm was good.
And it's rolling, so full circle, and then we got the Best Kept Secret back with you.
Yeah,
and who you stamping heavy.
Yeah.
And,
Always.
And it's like, so what's next for you, King? Like, don't know what.
If I'm Jay-Z, this my men's bleak.
Oh wow! All right, so you good? You good and good? You in his will somewhere? You know what I mean?
That's likewise. It's like reverse. It don't even matter. Like you feel me? Wherever he exceed at, and I'm right there too, and I'm in that lane, we together. You know what I'm saying?
But that was like that with him and Brucey though. I could say the same thing about even though him and Brucey, because Brucey from North and he's from South.
Speak on Brucey, because a lot of people been asking about that. Like that was a big death, and I'd rather you speak on that.
I don't know what happened to Brucey. I don't know why Brucey got killed.
Not even why, the effect it had of you. I'm not telling you why he got killed.
Oh, the effect?
The effect of it, I'm saying.
Shit, man, I smoke with Brucey every morning, bro. I ain't gonna lie, Dub, to tell you, I roll up, I put Brucey music on, I sit there with little bro, that shit fucked me up. It still fuck, I sit there with little bro, cause I ain't never lose a little bro. Cruddy got killed.
How old was he? I'm sorry.
I think Brucey was 24, if I ain't mistaken, 24, 25, but Cruddy got killed. My young boy, he from out York. I just met Cruddy. I ain't raised Cruddy. He was just a young guy that looked up to me. He got killed right in front of me. The guy went to jail. Fought the case, beat the murder, came home. You know, so it ain't no. But Cruddy got killed right in front of me, and that shit fucked me up. And I thought that's how it felt losing a little brother. Cause Cruddy, I love Cruddy. Well, I never traveled with Cruddy, and I never lived with Cruddy, and I never like. Taught Cruddy style. I never taught Cruddy shit. I never taught Cruddy how to think as a man, how to deal with your friends, how to carry. I never did those things with Cruddy. Me and Brucey, all of us, even though we not together at these times, I'm gonna give it to you. We on the road, like show you something. We on the road, bro. We ain't together all them times, but we on the road, and it's like when you on the road. And you getting to the point where as though you got all this situation and all these years go by. Guess what? I ain't even know all them years was going by. This one, me and Brucey, like around the time me and Brucey first met. You see this?
Damn. That's it, 2019.
Yeah. You see that? See back then?
September 1st.
It's my man. You know what I mean? It get when you get on the road and the first time Brucey got on the airplane was with me. I don't know if it was a dub. Was that the first time you got on the airplane too? All right, that's the first time you've been to LA.
Yeah, LA, yeah.
All right, first time Brucey went to LA, I'ma stand down. No, that was the first time Brucey been on the airplane.
Wow, that's heavy.
Nah, I'ma stand down and say the first time he been to LA.
Where y'all shoot their Rainy Days video at? Where was that?
We shoot that in West Virginia.
West Virginia?
No, it's on top of a plane.
Me and Dub shot
private plane airfield.
We shot Marlowe Way, and where we shot it at? And it's like some city in California.
Orange County?
That was somewhere in Orange County, California. We was out. I ain't want to shoot no videos.
That'll be in them videos.
That's
the
why
booty joints.
Videos look different.
Because running is all about leaving. Running was never about staying.
Right there.
Yeah.
That'll be in the big booty joint. This videos be popping.
Man, we had fun that we had fun that day, man. We went shopping. We had fun. We went shopping. I be shopping like a mug. I ain't gonna lie, my outlet king. Out here, what?
I want to have 20,000, 30,000 in my hand. That sounds cool, man.
And then look, you gotta go to the outlet. Don't go to the other store. Don't go to the go to the outlet.
So never we went crazy. Bag.
Go to the outlet. Go to the outlet, bro. It's even go to the outlet and print your own shit. You gonna be fresh to death, bro. This mine, bro. OSS, bro.
Yeah,
This like it's mine. Our secret society. Yeah, like go to the outlet, man, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. They got everything you need, bro. Cause you need money to pay bills. You don't need clothes to pay bills. You need money.
Yo, I have a mentor named Dr. Wayne Williams. He told me he gave me a box with a gift. So when I opened the box up, it's a thesaurus and a dictionary. Why'd you give me this for? He said, because you got a lot of potential. He said, so I need you to use your potential to change the narrative for our people. And this is a couple of years ago. When I'm sitting here with you, it's like I think about him, what he told me. You're changing the narrative. Like if I look at you, if I ain't know you, like a North Philly street guy. You know, like
everybody do. Oh, listen, bro. All right, so check it. Do you know what your IQ means? Do you know what it is?
I know what it means, but I don't know what it is.
Do you?
I don't know, no.
You? Anybody in this room?
Tested, never got it done.
No, not what it is. Do anybody know what your intelligence quotient is?
Oh no, I don't know that.
Right? It's a metric. They use it as a measurement. And what it is your ability, the rate at which you're able to learn something. It doesn't mean how smart you are.
How fast you take it in and understand it.
So if you got an IQ of, let's say, like 147, then you up there, like your ability to learn things and understand them is better than other people, the people that's underneath you, right?
Right.
So like we got a lot of people with high intellects in the communities that we come from, but because we're not exposed to the things that we need to be exposed to in regards to education, cultivation, and purification, then we can't capitalize off the intelligence, the intelligent people around us. Even though we smart, we're not exposed to the knowledge that we need to utilize that intellect, the ability. So with me, you could put anything in front of me. I really believe I still can be a doctor right now. Legally, if they gave me the pathway to do it, I could go to school, study, and become a doctor. I become a neuroscientist. I could become anything I literally want to become in the field of learning something and applying it. If it's methodical, I can do it. Right now, I'm an electromechanical assembler. I'll show y'all when we get off the camera what I do. I take stuff and I build it. And that's just in the real world, but in the digital world, I also make ecosystems. I build ecosystems. That's what I do. So it's like, that's just what I'm into. The rapping thing is just what I do. That's just how I express myself. It's no different than a person being able to play tennis and paint. It's no different. So it shouldn't be a shocker. I'm just born where I was in the first all-boys class in public school history in Philadelphia. When it comes to Philadelphia.
What school was that?
M. Hall Stanton. I was in
South Philly?
Nah, M. Hall Stanton, Morton Hall Stanton, not the one in South Philly, the one on 16th of Cumberland, but with John Coates as our teacher. It was a social experiment. They put children that was at risk, didn't have really fathers in their lives. I don't know why. Norm was in there. Norm had a dad. Norm dad was like everybody's dad too. Nobody, shout out to Norm. But it was a social experiment, and they put us all in the same class for the first 4 years of our life, pretty much, for the first 4 school years of our life. And, like, we all still like brothers to this day. I'm 37. So it's like, in that class, we learned confrontation. We learned how to deal with each other. We learned how to deal with men, but it kind of like, you put women in our class, like, at 5th grade, we really didn't know what was going on. You get what I'm saying? Like, we was in the all boys class, and it was documented on, it's an HBO documentary called I Am a Promise. And a portion of that was documented on that. It won an award. It won an Emmy. HBO. Yeah, it won an Emmy. It's called I'm a Promise. But it was all documented. You go show my whole neighborhood. Everything you just asked me about 16th Street, go watch I'm a Promise. And you gonna see everything.
It's on YouTube?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, The Children of M. Hall Stanton. It's called I'm a Promise. It's a real documentary about how we came up, about where I'm from, that neighborhood, that school, everything surrounding that school zone right there. And you'll see all the different elements, the addiction, the struggle, the single parenthood, the fatherless children, the children with fathers, the felons coming back home, reentry. See a father coming back into his child life. You see a homelessness, desperation, and despair. And out of all those things, you see a school with, you see a promise. You see a school with people that still believe and that still just coming to get their learning on. You feel me? With all these things going on around in the neighborhood, they just still there to get their learning on.
That's heavy.
I watched a lot of interviews with Johnnie Mac, and I seen you on his platform. What happened between you and him? Why don't you go and interview on his platform no more?
All right, so all is fear and love on war, right? What happened was when Johnnie Mac came to me for an interview, he came under the guise of, sharing pain with me. Like, yo, I lost my brother, you lost your brother, I'm such and such, I'm from Philly. You came to me, you asked me for an interview, I said, all right, I got you, bro, I don't need nothing. Like, I ain't with that, you get what I'm saying? And I appreciate you for offering, you feel me? But I'm cool, you know what I mean? If I wasn't cool, I hope that, through the energy, that some way, somehow I could call you and bust a place so I can get cool. It ain't about asking you for no money. Maybe you could point me in the right direction. I'll work. But what happened was Johnnie Mac hit me, and he told me he wanted to stay away from the OBA stuff, this, that, and the third. And then just when I got on the platform with him, he violated me from the beginning. He went almost right into it, almost pretty much and I fed, so that's why I didn't really hold him to the criteria of I would have hold somebody else of violating me, right? Because I fed and I defeated myself, right? So we grew a rapport with each other. We talked behind closed doors. He say one thing, we grow a rapport with each other. I'm shooting ideas, we sharing ideas. Woo, woo, woo. Somewhere along the line, my life became content for Johnnie Mac. And when my life became content, when I'm telling him yo, bro, if you building with me, we building some type of camaraderie, leave that shit alone, man. Excuse my language, leave that nonsense alone. So leave it alone. It ain't nothing. I look up and my mental space is being violated because I gotta deal with the social media antics of Johnnie Mac. While he was in his addiction dealing with things, he ain't make the best judgments. No matter if I knew he was in his addiction or not, which I did, but no matter not, what I'm saying is when I took my gloves off and I start back attacking him, everybody was kind of sad, damn, man, why you do that to Johnnie Mac? Why you do that to Johnnie Mac? Somewhere along the lines, something shift. And when something shift, I looked up and everything that every reason I didn't want to do interviews became the reason. Everything manifested itself right there. It was me reliving that whole internet stuff over again, right?
That means y'all hated from that before.
Yeah, so the gloves came off. Y'all talking about my family. Y'all talking about my mom. Y'all talking about everybody. The gloves come off. I'm talking about your kids. I'm talking about your mom. I'm talking about your brother. I'm talking about you. I'm not being Mr. Nice Guy no more. Wow. And so I'm a player. However we gonna play this game, we gonna play it. At the end, we move on.
Well, how you think in our culture, things gotta get to that level in our culture as a people? We're the only people that gotta take it there.
We're not the only people that gotta take it there, and we're not the only people that take it there, because when you look at other cultures, we the only people that's being propagated that's taking it here now. But when you look at the favelas and you go to the slums of other countries, they chopping heads off, bro. They cutting hearts out, bro, leaving in the streets, bro. They making songs about these dead bodies. They've been making songs about the cartels in other countries forever. We're not the only people that's hurting ourselves. We're not the only people that got single parent households. We're not the only people that's on food stamps. We're not the only people that's fucked up and disenfranchised. We not. We're not the only people that live in food deserts. We're not the only people that go through gentrification. We're not. Look at the farmers around the country. They getting pushed out of their own stuff. Big farms, not even 20 million units. They got 20 acres and getting pushed off their 20 acres. 200. The corporation need all 400 of these acres. So now we got 15 farms ready to go out of business. We're not the only ones that's going through stuff. We the only people that's on this earth that's focused on that.
Come on, man.
We're not the only ones that went through slavery. We not the only ones that went through a history being wiped. Everybody who won the war wiped the history of their victims. That's how history is won. That's how the war is won. They tell you Hannibal did this, whoop, 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 whoop. But if you look at it strategically, that's what the Romans told you.
History told about the conqueror.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Hannibal took all his strongest men and he left all of everything that belonged to him and those men unprotected. And he marched on the people. And by the time he got there, his men was turning against him because they done start eating each other and all that. We got there, they already with it. So where is that the mind of a great conqueror? Who told you that? Because what they did is they came back around and they took over Carthage. Now I know people won't get in their feelings, but where the greatness in leaving your home base unprotected and marching your men through elements they never been through and then depleting the morale by eating them in front of each other. And then they dispatch an army to go this way, unit, take your stuff, burn your history down, raise your land, take your women, take your children, and then when you get over here, they captured you and they made the story about you so big, but at the end they defeated you so they can let nobody else know you wasn't big as Hannibal. So if you come over here, you're gonna get that too. You know what I'm saying?
You dropping knowledge.
I shit, yeah, yeah, man. We I wasn't ready for this.
Why?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Why?
You know what? I'm
I was in the car smoking like I got it.
Yeah, I wasn't ready.
Ready.
This what you gotta go through. Long ass text. I sent long text. Them joints you gotta hit the arrow and open up on the white screen.
Like a book. Start from page 1. By the time you're done, 350.
Damn, yeah, it's like
And you still be stuck in the middle. I just starting to get to read the book.
he's the solution. Like we need Philly go off of relatability. If we can't relate to you, we don't hear you. And the fact that you're so relatable, then people will give you an ear because you've been through so much. I mean, you've been in the streets, you've been locked up, you are a father, you have been in beef, and all that. But at the same time, you got businesses. At the same time, you have artists. At the same time, you road travel. At the same time, you read a lot. So you're the perfect balance. And people don't respect nobody that haven't been through nothing. You know? So the fact that you've been through something, then you have a story to tell. And like, to me, you chosen. So I think you need to speak more, brother, and get more ways of coming out. And do conscious because you're not just a artist, you're a messenger. So I can see a conscious you spitting and you just stop it. You just got an interlude. You just going in.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you something.
Tell me.
I don't like being around a lot of people.
You signed up for the wrong job. You in it.
I ain't signed up to be a rapper.
You don't even like strip clubs.
Yeah.
Ask him how many times you've been to a strip club. Ask him, just ask him how many times you've been to a strip
I'm
club.
gonna take you to a strip club.
Once.
In your life?
Mm-hmm.
Ask him if you make party music,
How you like party music?
club music.
Club music.
He leave that for me.
You wanna dance? What dance I'm gonna do? Hit the dance. Hit the dance.
No,
Hit the dance, bro. What dance I'm gonna do?
You going Fat Joe?
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. They wasn't expecting Malcolm X to play the trumpet, man. Don't do that to me, man. You know what I mean? I ain't saying I'm Malcolm X, but you know.
Maybe, but what I see though, brother, I see like, remember the Lauryn Hill Unplugged?
Yeah, that's dope. I would love to do an NPR Tiny
Like,
Desk.
that's
That'd be a dope
I see
situation.
that.
We wait to perform. What's this on the? I'm saying perform.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I see like NPR. Yeah, Tony did something real. Not maybe I take it back. Not like TLA, but something that you created. Like you brought out a venue space and you did your own elements in it, and you was like the center around it on some cool shit. Like I remember the JT concert from 444. He had a stage where he was like in the middle stage, but it was just like. It was like spinning around, and he was like real comfortable. Like he didn't even do nothing. Nigga like this the whole time on the mic, just chilling, but rapping. But we just want to hear his bars and look at him, type shit. Like he don't gotta perform. That's how I look at you. You don't gotta perform.
I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z's not a performer, but nigga, we need to. When niggas say throw that rock up, hova, niggas just throwing it up.
Yeah.
And we went in to hear the guy speak.
Yeah.
We had another guest on the show. Somebody, I'm a huge fan of Oschino, so I want you to talk about your relationship with Oschino.
Oh, it was a lot.
Like how you met and y'all bond and things like that.
I met O when I was over the House of Corrections. He was over the House of Corrections.
You met him in jail.
Yeah.
Jail's crazy.
Yeah, I was a juvenile, and my brother had this after my brother got killed and whatnot, and I met him. He was over there he was on the adult side, and I was on the juvie block, and I just reached out to him and let him know, yo, it's Shady Black. I'm over here on this other side, and reached right back out. He sent me a letter. He was like, you lost your brother, but you got a brother in me forever and whatnot. You feel what I'm saying? And I remember he was sending me money. He was in jail too. He used to send me like $50 money orders like once a month, every other week or some shit like that. Like, man.
While he was in jail?
Yeah, he was in jail too.
Sending you money?
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I just met him. And he was looking out. He was looking out and shit. I appreciate it. Till to this day, because I remember it. You feel what I'm saying? I remember how them Jones hit. I remember the handwriting on the envelope. Oh, that's a Jones that's a money order, baby. Keep me ordering up, baby. Big bags when I come through, nigga. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I remember them when it hit. You know what I mean? So I appreciate it now like them. But I end up going back through the juvenile system, getting decertified, going like Fishing Quest, St. Gabe's, then bounced from there and went to like Newcastle and shit. And I came home.
Delaware?
No, PA.
Okay.
On the other side. So I come home. So let's just say we flash forward. I leave from where Oschino at. We lose contact. I get to Glen Mills a couple years later, and my brother end up like a year later. Oh, no. This after my brother got killed. I leave from where Oschino was at. I turn 18. I go home. When I go home, I gotta come back to jail. I meet somebody named Ike. Ike was on the phone, or Ike was like, he heard my name. That's my man. He rest in peace. He was from out here from 52nd and Addison.
Well, Ike's died dead? He's dead right now? Yeah,
he died a minute ago. I'm talking about I want to say like at least like 13, 14 years ago. Mm-hmm. He's from out here, like 52nd and Delancey or something like that. Mm-hmm. Well, I met him in jail and whatnot, tall dude, you know what I mean? But I was telling them who I was. They was like, Shady, he rapped too. They was like, Shady here, he was on the radio, this, that, and the third. He from State Property, this, that, and woo, 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 woo. That's what they was saying. He like, who? Because he talks to O. So being as though he said that. And I'm like, no, I know who I am. Call him. So he went right up there on the phone, man, this dude here, he had the balled up face, and he like, you see, I seen his face change. He's like, come here. Got on the phone with O. It was O right there. Boom. Me and O reconnected right there, chopping it. But O came up to see Ike. Did he come up to see me? No, he came up to see Ike. While at the same time I had a visit so we all could see each other. So we parlayed the visit. We got a chance to see each other. That was that. And then he kept coming to see Ike though a couple more times. Then I come home from that situation. And when I came home, me and O linked up. He pulled up on me. That's my first time linking with him in the street. He pulled up on me on my block. He had a black Jag at the time. You know what I mean? At the time, he had just came out of white Jag, but he had the black Jag. Or it was one or the other.
What year was this?
2004.
Wow.
2004. So like
he's on the radio during them years, huh?
He popping in.
Yeah. So at the time, Chris and them got No Better Love and all that type of stuff going on. They got the tours going on. O and them wasn't on the tours like that. They was like doing other shit and battling incarceration and just things like that. They ain't had no single out on the radio and whatnot. But they was Rockefeller for sure. So they probably. But I slid up on me, came and picked me up, took me to like his mom house or his sister house down on the bottom of some shit. We chilled, kicked it. That was how it always was with O. Later on in life, after I did my time and came home after doing 7 years, I came home, me and O linked back up again. And we was kicking it, but then when I got around OBH, me and O linked back up. He came around admin, seen I was there, and we already had our pre-existing relationship. And that put us back in contact with each other. O sharing music with me. Like, you feel me? I got unreleased O Jones on here, but O sharing music with me. I'm sharing music with O. You feel what I'm saying? It led to me and O eventually doing music together. We did Gold Medallion. We did Run It Up. Me, him, and Drama. You know, I'm on a song with Drama. I ain't even know that.
Ain't never tell me that. Drama.
I didn't even know until the other day. I didn't even know. It was like not the other day, but like 2 months ago. No, the song over. Been out for years. I ain't know that was Drama. But
shout out to Drama too.
Shout out to Drama. Yeah, so Drama is me, Drama, and I think Ab on it. It's called Run It Up. And then we got another one. And then we got 2 more that's unreleased. So we got me and O got music together. I had like a personal fallout with one of old personal friends, on top of some other shit that me and O went through about a song or something. I don't know if that rubbed him the wrong way. I can't say that really was it. I could really lean on 3 things: the song, a personal fallout that I had with one of his friends that, you know, he called me about, and I didn't appreciate him calling me about. He called me about a friend, but he didn't call me when I was going through everything I was going through with Ab and them. But when he was going through everything he was going through with Neef and them, he was adding me and put me in it, and I was riding with him. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know Neef and them. This my brother homies. You get what I'm saying? I'm taking the right position, though. I ain't taking a position, a political position. I'm taking the right position. You get what I'm saying? But all in all, I'm not going to say I don't matter to the Oschino. Oschino don't matter to me. I just think in the grand scheme of things, everything he got going on in life and everything I got going on in life, none of that shit matter. He just, you know what I mean? I just hope he do, you know what I mean? He
both got a lot going on.
Yeah, like he got life going on.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? Like, fuck, Shady got, whatever I got going on don't got nothing to do with, and whatever he got going on don't got nothing to do with me. I just think the deterioration of me and O relationship just came from the internet shit. That there was a guy out of town that did a feature. He wanted to do a project with me and Oschino. On one end, he was communicating with Oschino. On the other end, he was communicating with me. And I was able to see like him and Oschino communicating. And the communication between them about me is like, wow, I got a dude from out of town that don't know me defending me against my bro. So it's like, once it was like that, it's like, you know, I just, you know, I don't got nothing. I make amends. You know, I see he went through everything with his children. Yeah. And it's like, may Allah make it easy on him, his children, and his family, and that's it.
I mean, what's your goals? What's your visions in life? What are you trying to accomplish before you transition?
For me, it's about legacy, man. If I can accomplish just really being able to be an awesome father, if I can accomplish to be awesome at everything I'm obligated to, I'll be good. Like, I'm not really worried about nothing else. It's everything I'm obligated to, though. If I complete my obligations as a man, my wife, my children, my family, my friends, my endeavors and things like that, if my obligation is there truly and genuinely, then that's really like my goals to.
This is my brand. What does it mean to you?
Let it be legendary. I mean, it depends on what legendary is to you. So for me, let it be legendary is like what I just said.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
You know what I mean?
And you gotta repeat it, brother.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say what he just said is he's living legendary. So before we get out of here, I want you to tell us real quick what's next, what's coming up, and a future goal. Like, I don't want to say an end goal, but just something you want to do long, like down the line, because you're still young. You got a lot going on. So
Dub working on an album for Clubhouse. It's called Clubhouse.
Album for Clubhouse?
It's all about party, yeah. The link ups and the parties and all that cool shit. Okay. So I mean to spill the beans, but Dub working on the Clubhouse.
Don't put that joint out there. Y'all keep a roll of Clubhouse, don't. Yeah. Hey, don't listen to Big Bro. Yeah. I got a project coming out next.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the house party.
What's your
next
project?
month?
Tell us about that.
It's called Nobody's Favorite.
Nobody's Favorite.
It's just how I feel about the situation we in, the predicament, everything that he basically summed up. This is my brother. I share his pain. You feel me?
I love it.
What people don't understand is what happened to him, it backfired amongst me too,
Yeah,
because
'cause
I'm
they
still,
blackball
I
him, too.
never
He never
stopped
left my
hearing.
side.
So speak on that. How did you deal with that?
But while we was on the road with the podcast and everything, the Battle Academy, I just found out the other day, and like I don't have any foul intentions towards them or anything like that, but I found out the other day they kind of like shadow banned me type shit, you know what I'm saying? Because at the time, you know, Stiz, I was running the interviews for there too with the battle rappers, and you know, I was supposed to do something with hip hop since 1987. Yeah, I mean, we running around, you feel me? So I'm telling him like, I'm with Shady right now, I'm gonna get to that, I'm gonna interview the people you want. And when I came back to the city, there was no like communication. Granted that I had my little brothers like in they battle rap league, like Kid Tony never got another plate after that battle, after the first battle we had with the Battle Academy.
So what you mean by like they shadow ban?
Meaning that I can go to events, I can show support, even to this day. I could show love, I could post them up and all that, but it wouldn't be no, if it was supposed to be a flyer and I'm coming like, to me, I'm somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you are.
I'm not going up on that card, I'm not going up on that flyer. You're not inviting me as no special guest. Whereas though, I done build with your foundation too, with your platform. So I feel like you should be able to reach out to me and be like, yo, appreciate you, but I'm not looking for that. But just to hear that information come out my little brother's mouth, and that was word of mouth, and I was like, I'm not even on that. But that's what y'all did for the last 4 years. Take it a step further. When he's saying Johnnie Mac, shout out to Johnnie Mac. I just did the first 48 challenge, but
He killed the city with that.
He wasn't fine to me because, you know what I'm saying, I take that backlash, but I never trip about it because
He only posted Dub because he thought it was going to be an argument. For real, real. I ain't gonna lie, he didn't post my joint. Johnnie Mac ain't post mine. I did it. I posted on my own YouTube and I posted on my own Instagram and I'm waiting for my man to send me the cover work because I ain't put no press on it. But I'm gonna put it on my SoundCloud for my people. And I might drop a video because you know my YouTube monetized. Shout out to Swaggiano, the producer. You know
yeah, shout out to
I mean?
Swaggiano. I just did it because I love, like, I'm in that gear right now.
Yeah.
I always stay in that gear. That's why he was playing about Clubhouse, but I'm really like dropping next month on my mom's birthday. Like, I keep my engine going. Like, I never stop putting out material. I never stop working towards my dream. That's my dream.
Yeah, I like your Instagram. You got good content.
I'm gonna tell you what I got going on, honestly. Right now, I'm in the Web3 space, and I'm understanding where commerce and social interactions is going to intersect, right? I'm trying to understand what the corporations is trying to understand about that space so I can be there as it's being built, right, in the infrastructure, right? So I'm understanding that with NFTs, the metaverse, Web3, cryptocurrency, what that did was it took the blinders off for people who can really see and wake up and understand that I don't need a fucking bank to give me a loan. I need a business plan, and I need a platform, and I need an audience, and I need people who want to be here to be here. I don't need to do business with a bank. I don't need to support a major brand. Ralph Lauren, what are you getting from Ralph Lauren? I mean, he's selling you the same horse over and over again. If I tried to do it, y'all crucify me. If I showed you the same OSS over and over again in different colors and never changed it up, you would get so tired of it. Why? Because of my garment doesn't lower the social barrier for you to get accepted because you really have corny and you need a whole shirt to get there. You need a whole outfit, so you have corny. So you need the Gucci and the Louis and the Prada and the Fendi and all that bullshit to get accepted. Because you can't get accepted walking in the room with a pair of pants from Amazon or your own shirt that you pressed up. I bought these Ravs 3-4 years ago when they first got out. I got every last buck out of these joints. Scrap. You feel what I'm saying?
Clothes don't define the man. Once you corny, you corny.
Yeah, you
Clothes
corny.
don't define you.
Like you corny.
Can't teach swag.
They paying for the social barrier to be lowered so they can be accepted.
That's too. Like we've been branded. We feel as though we don't wear certain brands, we don't feel good enough. You feel me?
Yeah. And you gotta ask yourself why.
Insanity.
Jeans is jeans. Yeah. Who love you? I bet you the people that love everybody in this room don't love them based off of what type of brand clothes they wear. You feel what I'm saying? Like when you really start becoming yourself then nobody else can define you, because you are yourself. And Dub is Dub, and I'm me. And he make his music the way he make his music. I do advise him from time to time, but I had to learn to sit back and learn to understand his music. I'm not making him make music for me.
That's heavy.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Not making Dub make
His own
music
art,
for me.
his own creation.
The most I might say is, "Lil bro, I don't like the production on that. I don't like how fast you went on this. I just don't like when you go in that cadence. You lose me there." You know? I'll tell him.
Rapping too fast, bro. Slow it up.
You gotta slow up. I just missed the
Not
whole
my age,
shit.
big bro. Chill.
You know, but they got their
That's
thing.
how I'm big, you know what
They
I'm
got their thing going on where they understand each other, and there's just room for opinion, but that's constructive criticism. And then from there, he take it or leave it. It ain't nothing oppressive. You feel what I'm saying? I make sure that, like, my text messages with Brucey is solid. My text messages with Dub is solid. If I leave this earth today or tomorrow, he know what's up. Man, he know what's up, bro.
Like legendary.
If you not solid with me on that phone or on the text messages, look, it's you. I can promise you that. I go out my way. Even if you don't accept the last text from me apologizing. I go out my way to make shit right. So if we not solid, it's you. It's you. I'ma say it's you. Fuck, excuse my language, nix that. It's you. It's you. Cause I go out my way to treat people good. And if I see it, whatever, as long as you coming to me respectfully, I'm empathetic. I can understand what's going on over there. Even if I'm right, I can understand where you right at too.
What's your thoughts being at ACAP? What you think about the art and everything?
I think it's dope, man. It's so many different elements in here from so many different, you know, it spans, it was the African diaspora.
Yeah.
Like it's Pan-Africa, right? So it's like all different elements from different places in Africa. But like I said pre-interview, like I told you guys, like I've never seen, Dub, have you ever seen an actual map of Africa broken up like the United States? Not looking like the United States. I'm like with the names of the countries and things like that.
Nothing.
That John, right? You see it right there?
Look, he ready to bring it, bro.
Yeah, straight
He
back.
got the map with the names like Nigeria, Ghana. Like I've never seen an African map, and this may sound ignorant, but that's the school system we come from, right? So, have you ever seen a map like that? Egypt, Sudan, Ethiopia, Somalia, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, Uganda, Mozambique. That's how they say it on the game. Look at Madagascar where them penguins be at.
Let me see, check it out. Turn it around so the world can see. Let the world
Oh, my
see.
bad. You see that? Swaziland. Botswana. That's where they had the hotel at. Namibia. Angola. They over there chopping arms off. No, I don't just want to do that to Angola. I'm sorry. Yeah. Congo. They getting busy over there too. Democratic Republic of Congo. I wonder where I'm from. I might be somewhere from up. My man from there, Cameroon.
Our phones come from there.
Where?
Literally, the Congo is like dirt.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the material to make our phones is like dirt.
That's crazy. I didn't even
And
know.
we got coffee from the Cameroon.
I didn't even
wow.
know Egypt was
They got the
little.
Somali, Ethiopian, and me. You know what I mean? To my circle, I was like, you got it.
I got a lot of homies from Cameroon, but my one homie, that's my man. He told me, I forgot, he's not from the Tutsi. I forgot what tribe he from. I don't even want to say it now because it's just going to sound weird. I got to think about it. But when I do remember, I forgot what tribe he told me because I be asking him questions. Look at Mali. You go to Mali for the cheap. I was just looking at a vacation over there. And that come from Cameroon?
Yeah, coffee you got from Cameroon.
A-Cab coffee.
You already.
The best part of waking up is our culture in your cup.
Come on, man.
Hold up.
Come on, man.
Our culture,
Make
drink
sure y'all
that.
get that coffee.
Get that coffee. Get that
I'm
coffee.
excited to hear your next to hear your freestyle in this room. So, like I said, so you have your NFT, you have your NFT, your Bitcoin, any new music, you got kind of new tapes, any new features.
I'm working on my project called actually. So I don't know if the audio will be able to take it over here, man.
Yeah, why you getting that? Also, tell me if you could get a feature from anybody, who would you get it from, and what artists in Philly do you like besides risk takers? So any feature in the game that you would work if you could, and artists in Philadelphia that you liking on the rise.
Tor, K Gibbs, J Huff, Mook Lauren, Mars Parker.
Mars Parker, okay. Yeah,
Me and my man Fat Carl lock in and make a song. I always want
South Philly, Fat Carl? He from
Yeah.
South Philly, uptown.
No, he from South Philly.
Yeah,
Bro, all the way. Yeah.
Yeah, Barber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to make a song with Carl. Carl, that's my man. I know we'll make a fun, dope song. And if I get in the right space and me and Carl make a joint, it'll be something fun. My music is fun. I just came from California and I made a song with S-Class, BMF.
Oh, y'all sing in the studio in that John.
Yeah, but I can see you doing a song with.
Yeah, that's gonna mess the audio. No, we ain't gonna perform. No, can't leave that out. Like,
I can see you doing
I want to
something,
perform and mess it up.
Being the Butcher, I can see you doing Being the Butcher. I think that would sound hard. You and Being the Butcher. I know it sound great. You and Scarface.
I don't like people.
Oh my goodness.
I just don't.
Wale, Team Wale.
Fuck Wale.
Who would you do a song with?
I ain't gonna hold you naming people I wouldn't even think about. I see them like with a surf. I like surf. I like
I gotta do a song with Jill Scott.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
good.
Like I gotta do a song with like Anthony Hamilton. I gotta do a song with like Don Tripp because he affected my life with that Baby Mom song. I gotta do a song with like I gotta do like you gotta think like I gotta do songs like that could get played in Zanzibar Blue if it was up. You feel me? Gotta do like I ain't with all that other stuff. I ain't with all that jumping around making music.
Well, why your music got so much pain to it? Why is there so much pain to all your music?
Cause that's how I express my pain.
You can hear all the pain in your music.
That's how I get it out. I wait till I digest it, I go through it, process it, and I write that shit.
So yeah, man. So I learned a lot today, and I'm very grateful you came through.
Thank you.
And I definitely need to like get on your line and learn from more because you could be a mentor for me. The way I like how you see things.
I appreciate
the
that.
gentrification joint. That was crazy. We need to let that go viral. That was a good one.
Yeah, because we could be successful. Black people could be successful, right? African Americans, all those type of labels. Whatever. For the sake of argument, I'm saying African Americans. African Americans could be successful, be hard workers, but that's not all we need. We need engineers. We need people that's experience in technology and building infrastructure and grids. When you fly in a plane, you get an understanding of what type of mechanics it take to create a society because you got to go up. You got to look at the design of something somebody put down. Like we live in, we down these streets, but we never get higher than the 2 stories of the house that we live in. You get what I'm saying? Some people, if you never been in the airplane and you never lived on a 3rd-story crib, you never even been higher to the house than you was raised in. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta understand that that's not by design. It's not by design that we don't have access to runways and we don't have access to aviation and sea navigation. It's not by design that we don't have access to STEM programs. It's not by design that they'll put a welfare program in our community before they put a vocational program in our community. It's not by design that they'll allow a bar to go up before they allow a supermarket to go up, a fresh grocery store to grow up. You get what I'm saying? It's not by design that, all things down here is created towards taking money out of the community. They put everything right at your face. You got, before you get to a fresh market to go do that, the moralization, the the morale factor is just gone, because at the end of the day, you just rode past a Chinese store, a Jamaican store, an Indian food store, 2 KFCs, a McDonald's, a Popeyes, some Poppy stores, a tire spot.
Everything is not ours.
Not even so much as that. They don't want you to be able to. They don't want you to be able to get it from the mud. Because if you teach a man to fish, he can provide for himself and his people. But if you give a man a fish, he'll be dependent on you. So they don't want you to go past all them stores. They're going to put everything in your way for you to stop. If you stop at one, they got the effect of you stopping at all. If you stop at any of them stores for anything, the goal is to take the resources out of the community. Them stores where we spend our money, how we buy our clothes, our fashion, X, Y, and Z, is geared at taking money out of the community. If I get rich and I got the money and I don't give back, y'all gonna be mad at me. But what the fuck? What about Foot Locker? What about that Chinese store? Y'all ain't never request that they give up food for a block party. Y'all ain't never request that they give away book bags to the kids. You've been feeding them kids them chicken wings all year. So I'm gonna leave it there. If I got anything to say about Philadelphia, is this: I love my hometown. I'm from here. But this is where I started at. This is not where I want to end at. If I die here, I feel like I failed. I don't want to die here. Nobody wants to finish at the start line. You shouldn't want to. And if you didn't realize that, your race and my race might be different. You might be a 40-yard dasher. You might be a 60-yard dasher. I might be a 100-yard dash. This man might be a running. My life, my track that I run on is my lane. You might want to do just that. You don't go all around the world. You might want to run for 5 seconds at a clip. This is how I live my life. If I could die in Casablanca, I'd be happy. This is how I want to live my life. That's how I want to live my life. I want to have enough money to travel and see the world. Just because I like to see shit. I like to eat different foods. I like to buy clothes from different places. I like to experience different things. Dub will tell you, I tell him, when we on the road, experience. That's why I'm beating in his head, bro. Don't get all caught up in that. This is experience. I want you to go do this, do that. And that's how we be, and that's how it's been for years. You know how many people from the city never even been to Chinatown? You know how many people from the city never been to the Philadelphia Zoo? They never been to the Franklin Institute. They never been to the African American Museum. They never been to the Science Museum. They never been. They never been anywhere to even feel good about being from Philly, to make it like a real like credible
experience.
Yeah, like a real credible stance on, you know, this is why I love Philly.
Yeah, they never been tourists in their own city.
Yeah, you really love Philly, and you never experienced it.
Yeah,
like,
Last question, though, we gotta wrap up.
Okay.
Why you say it's a dark cloud with Philly? That's the question.
Dark cloud is over my city because since before I was even born, let's just say since 2002, let's speak from my personal experience. That's when I really had to pay attention to how many people keep been dying. Since I've been paying attention for the last 20 years, our city has been on a steady incline of how many murders it goes on every year, right? So since 2002, the rate, like the murders has been going up, right? And I'm talking about if you put them names side by side every year and you look up, and that's 20 years that went by, that's 5,000 people that got wiped off the face of this earth from Philadelphia, and then that's not even enough coverage and stories to even really tell our story. Imagine if they imagine if nobody died for them 20 years, right? And then, that's 10,000 people. Let's say 10,000 people died over them 20 years, right? And let's say nobody died over them years. And then at the 10th year, at the 20th year, all them 10,000 people die in one whop. That's when y'all feel it. Or it got to happen all at one time for you to understand what just happened. Because progress is a process. So if this the progress that we making, whose agenda is we following? Who progress is this? Because this is progressive. This shit went from 200 it went from 50 to 100 to 200 to 400 to 500 murders. 500 murders. And guess who got a front seat for this stuff? The news. They got it on the big ticket like it's the lottery. They still thinking the news is what deliver the news. That the news is the number one reality TV show in the world. And I'm gonna leave that there.
So we just went to school, and I hope y'all learned some lessons. Thank you for coming out. Shout out my brother Rashawn, Dub, the best kept secret, and Trendsetta, Shady for president.
I appreciate you, Fresh. Dub, thanks for coming out, bro. Sean, thanks for having me. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys.